All good things must come to an end, and parting can be such sweet sorrow. However you put it, when working with experts and external agencies, whether the experience was great or terrible, nothing lasts forever. In this episode of Leverage Your Spark, you'll hear two stories of parting ways with clients. Welcome to Leverage Your Spark. I'm Brandy Lawson. Why does the end always seem like a weird struggle? I think it's partially because it brings up all the feelings. Whether it was fantastic or not, there still can be sadness, disappointment, frustration, and anxiety about saying goodbye. It can get even more awkward if no one has a plan, and you, as a client, aren't sure what to ask for or how to go about closing things out. We all need a little guidance, and even movie theaters have exit signs. Sharing these stories and examples helps to paint a picture that you can then put yourself in. It can be difficult to figure all this out from scratch. Telling you how we did it and what happened with our clients gives you a starting point to determine how you want to handle this for yourself. Wondering how to put all this information into action? I'd love to answer your questions about using experts, websites, smart business, and technology. I host a monthly roundtable conversation where you can personally connect with me for answers. All you have to do is show up. Get the next one on your calendar by visiting fieryeffects.com/chat. I'll start out with a story of growing apart. The fact is that every human and every business is continuously changing. We had a dear client that had been a client for almost as long as we've been in business. As the years passed, we helped them with various projects and ongoing marketing. During our time together, we as an agency had become more adept at our craft and focused on building and growing businesses. Meanwhile, the focus of the client had shifted to maintaining and, at a certain point, turning into more of a hobby. It eventually became clear we were no longer in alignment. What we offered, they didn't need. What they needed, we didn't want to offer. We discussed what outcomes they wanted and then reached out to our network to find another provider that might be a good fit. They selected a provider, and we made a handoff plan with the new vendor phasing us out and phasing them in. It was difficult and a bit sad to lose such a long-standing client, but trying to continue wasn't the right call for either of us. The next story is one I'll call, That's Not Our Jam. We started off with the client and did the marketing strategy, got foundations set up and assets in place. But then the ongoing marketing that was needed wasn't really our forte. We addressed this with the client, and while we both really enjoyed working with each other, agreed they would be better served with a different expert. They found another expert to hire. We packaged up all the assets and information into our user guide, had a brief meeting with the next expert, and did the handoff. There were a couple questions, but it ended up being a very easy transition for the client and a better overall outcome. No business is all things to all clients, and even when the relationship has been great, there may come a time that a change is needed. Having the courage to speak up and discuss changes in direction or needs that are not aligned gives us the opportunity to make a change before the relationship deteriorates or anyone gets disappointed. Technology can't manage relationships for us, but it definitely can make transitions easier. Join me in the next episode of Leverage Your Spark when we talk about the tools you can use to make breakups easier. Do you need expert tech help in your business? I host a monthly roundtable conversation where you can personally connect with me for answers. Get the next one on your calendar by visiting fieryeffects.com/chat.